Are you currently trying to lose weight? Maybe you've been on a heavy bulk for a while and it's time to lean out for the summer. Or maybe you're just new to fitness and, you just want to cut a few pounds and get it healthier. Well, what if I told you could lose weight by eating more food? Let's dive a little deeper into this topic.
Bring in the ruckus light.
Hello everyone, thanks for listening today. I hope everyone's able to enjoy their day. A lot of people are still struggling with everything going on right now, and it's going to be different for everyone for a long time, but let's hang in there, guys. Let's stay positive, let's stay focused, and let's achieve our goals. I want to talk to you guys about losing weight while increasing your volume of food. Now, when I say that, I don't mean let's head over to McDonald's and pick up a 20-piece nugget and, have at it ourselves. What I mean is going over your normal meals and seeing where you can make improvements and add high volume, low calorie foods in place of some of the heavier foods that are already in your meals. So for example, say we're having a dinner, we have a cup of potatoes, we'll get into details. We have an 8-ounce steak, we have a piece of garlic bread, and maybe a little bit of steamed veggies. And that's a bulk meal for you. And we'll say that's around 800 to 900 calories, depending on the actual portions and what you use to cook them in. So we have our plate here. Let's see where we can make some improvements. Now, I'm not saying you can't have garlic bread, but if you're going to go on a cut, especially in the beginning, maybe just take the garlic bread out of the equation or maybe cut it in half. I'm a big cut it in halfer. Same thing with the potatoes. Maybe instead of that cup of potatoes, you can have a half cup of potatoes or maybe switch to some jasmine rice. So we're going to save a lot of calories right there. Automatically, if we got rid of the garlic bread and cut those potatoes in half, we'd probably be saving about 400 calories, and our new total will be about 400 to 500 calories. That doesn't explain how we're going to eat more to lose weight. Now, we dropped it down to 400 calories. Let's include some better choice food options that are higher volume, which means we'll have more of them with less calories. Now, the best way to do this at dinner for this example would be have a big dinner salad if you're only using lettuce, but who does that? Throw a little bit of ranch on there, throw a little bit, you can even put grilled chicken if you'd like. I can never get enough protein, so that's something I would do even though I have the steak. And then we'd still be looking about 500 to 600 calories instead of the 800 to 900. You may be thinking, that's only 200 calories a day, Mike. How's that going to make me lose weight? We're going to do this for each one of your meals. There's high volume foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it goes from 200 calories saved on this dinner to maybe 600 calories saved if we make better choices on our lunch and breakfast options as well. So I can give you an example for breakfast. A huge product I use on a daily basis is egg whites. Say in a normal breakfast you have 4 eggs and it's about, 140, 280 calories for 4 eggs, which isn't bad. But and then you have, some toast maybe or some oats, and your breakfast is up into the 600s. Mine's around 600, 700 every day. If you wanted to, cut a little bit of calories off here, one of the things I do on a daily basis, just because I love to control the volume and I love to keep my calories as low as possible while fueling my body, is I substitute 3 of those eggs, or 2, up to you, with egg whites. That's going to cut the calories down from, 280 to about under 100 calories probably. And you're going to have more eggs than you would have with the 4 eggs. And they're still going to have the same protein and they're going to have less cholesterol. It's a great volume replacement. If you're using regular eggs, mix in some egg whites with them and you'll still have that same great egg taste with a fraction of the calories. Another way you can use it for lunch or breakfast as well is strawberries. Amazingly high volume to calorie ratio. I use strawberries in my oatmeal every morning and sometimes with a peanut butter and banana sandwich for lunch. And they're really filling and they're delicious. Great way to fill your stomach up. Popcorn for lunch as well. Instead of eating a bag of Doritos, you can literally, I think it's like 12 Doritos equals a huge bowl of popcorn. Like, popcorn is one of the greatest ways to fill yourself up. If you ever get in those munchies, or you're just, you end up snacking too much during the day, just keep some popcorn on hand and just snack on that. That is good feeling food. Now, the reason we're talking about this right now is when you're first starting your cut or your diet, you don't want to just slash your calories in half right off the bat, because that's going to make you start craving more, and it's really going to disrupt your body. It's going to confuse you. You may start losing weight at first, but I guarantee you're going to be hungry every day. It's going to be really hard. I'd say a lot of people quit because they just get turned off by this whole situation, this whole process and they're always hungry. They hate it. So to me, easing in to the diet makes the most sense. Now, what I want you guys to do is track your calories for a week. The best way would be to go onto your app store, download one of the calorie tracking apps. MyFitnessPal is probably the most popular. I personally use Lose It. I love Lose It. That's all they do, and they've been doing it for years. Track your calories for 1 week. I want you to do this because there's a lot of people out there who have never even tracked their calories, and that's perfectly normal. Like, who just goes out there and just decides, oh, I'm going to start tracking my calories, unless you're planning on dieting. Even people who've been lifting weights for years, they haven't actually tracked their calories. They kind of just know how the body works, which is perfectly fine too, and that's what we're trying to get out of tracking the calories. But it kind of opens your eyes a bit when you can sit there and look at it and see your what you're eating, in front of your face, and it's all laid out, and all the macros are, all the percentages are there, and it really is an eye-opener. And I want you guys to do this for 1 week. This is what I tell everyone when they are trying to start off, when they're barely trying to lose weight, or maybe they're barely getting into fitness, or even if they're trying to, build muscle. If you're a hard gainer, track those calories, track your macros, start learning, educate yourself, and it'll help you when you're not able to do that. It'll help you when you go to restaurants to make better decisions. It'll help you when you're at a family gathering and, you can't just prep your own food, so you want to track your macros. When you prepare yourself for this, it makes it a lot easier. You're going to stay more consistent. You're going to be eager to do it. You're going to be eager to continue. And it just helps out in every way. After the first week, we're going to look back at what your macros are looking like. The balance, maybe the difference between your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How many calories in total you're eating. Where are you eating the heaviest throughout the day? And what we're going to do is we're going to make changes using these high volume foods, or just, small changes. For every day of the following week, subtract about 100 calories for the whole week. Each day, bring it down 100 calories less than the previous day. So what this is going to do is give us a chance to ease into the diet, as opposed to just cutting calories in half straight from the beginning. It'll make the process for your stomach adjusting a lot easier. It'll help you curb your appetite. It'll stop those cravings, especially if you're including the high volume food. So once you drop those calories down, you'll be at a calorific deficit. You'll be able to see where you need the food that you're eating, and you'll see where you can improve, especially in the macros department. If you're trying to build muscle, of course, protein up here. I think the biggest eye opener for me when I first started using the apps was I wasn't eating enough. I was completely starving myself. And what you have to know is the type of activities you're getting throughout the day, which may be a little bit lower right now due to some restrictions in our world, but you got to know, I'm on my feet all day. I am all over the place, and I work out for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, and I try getting some cardio in. Chasing kids around all day, that counts. I'm telling you right now, that counts. And you're burning calories all day long. So just make sure you kind of check when you're starting up on the app. They ask you a bunch of questions, how active you are throughout the day. Try answering that as accurately and as truthful as you can, because it's really going to give you a good starting point to know what you actually need throughout the day, what your body's demanding. And that's important to figure out if you're in a deficit, if you're maintaining, or if you're in a surplus. So yeah, figure this out first. A lot of people in the beginning really starve themselves. They cut their calories way too much. They look at the app, they don't really input anything correct. So they're looking at this and it's saying maybe they should eat 1,700 calories to lose weight. But this person's also going to school. They have a job where they're on their feet all day, and then they come home and, clean the house and do a bunch of stuff. Now that's a lot of calories. You may be off by almost 1,000 calories it's not going to really be a smooth process for you. Your body's going to be demanding more. You're going to be fatigued all the time. It's not a fun way to diet. So really just double check that you're getting the correct amount of calories you need throughout the day to ensure that this process is going to be as smooth as possible for you. Another way that I personally did this when I first started out, when I lost a lot of weight, is I wore a fitness watch, Apple Watch for myself, and used it to help me track my workouts, as well as it tracks your steps, how much you're moving around. I'm pretty sure it's accurate, and I mean, it may not be spot on, but for what the technology is really going to benefit you more than if you weren't using it, because I mean, there's no way I could just guess how many calories I burned in a workout. But according to my results, it's extremely accurate for me in particular, and it helps out because it integrates with those apps, and it'll give you your extra calories that you've earned through your activities during the day and include them into your budget, so you can add a little bit more, and you'll be surprised. Sometimes you can eat a lot more than what you think. I hope we covered everything involving the increased food intake to lose weight. I didn't want to mislead anyone. I mean, it's just the truth. You want to eat more better choice foods to curb your appetite and to keep you on track. So to me, it makes sense, and it keeps me full, and it really helped me. I hope it can help a lot of people out there. All right, so just a little recap before we finish off the show. First thing I want everyone to do is download a calorie tracking app. Second thing you want to do, track your calories for 1 week. After that week is over, take 100 calories off each day for about 5 days, 6 days maybe the whole week, depending how low in the calories you're trying to get and how quickly you're trying to lose weight. And that's it. It should be a really smooth transition as long as we're incorporating those higher volume foods to replace the more dense foods, to keep our stomachs satisfied and our appetites in check. And of course, determine your actual calorific needs for the day, and you'll be well on your way to getting that cut on. The summer body will be in full effect in no time. Keep on crushing it, everyone. We'll catch you guys on the next show. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to the show. We really appreciate it. If you could do me a favor for just 1 second, if you're enjoying the show, we'd love to hear your feedback. We really want the show to focus on what the community wants to hear, and it means the world to us. I personally will read and respond to all of your comments, questions, or concerns. Good or bad, comment down below, give us a rating. Thanks again, everyone. Catch you on the next show.